Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to episode 7 of my Matchless Kung Fu first gameplay. So, today we're going to learn to cook. I have decided that this is a thing that has to happen because I want more of these farmlands. We're also going to explore a little bit around us. I will try my best to learn new stuff from my sect buddies here because I want to spec a little bit deeper into ice. I also did realize that I have a couple of burns, so we're going to take care of these first. Wait a sec. And freezes too, so yeah. Let's do this. My self-healing powers have been activated, so there we go. Bionic Pentaform. Okay, yeah. Now we only need to know what Jingyi skills are. Right. So, well, I'm not down for laying down new lines. I know, it should be done and whatnot, but right now I'm not interested. So, what I'm interested in is I want to learn cooking and I want to see what we can explore and find besides learning new skills. Because I have now, well, I want to try out something. I've been told that I can eat stuff just several times and then I get several layers of that stat that I want to have. So, yeah. Way to go, and thanks for letting me know. So, we obtain cooking experience, but wait a sec. Do I need to go another time there? So, unlock requirement, cooking beginner, and I need to pay coins for that? That's how it works? Okay. So this stuff is going to give us 5 layers of cold. So let's see what we can do here. Food seems to be exactly the kind of stuff that will help me with my problems of statuses. I mean, this will also help us with the enlightenment spot, so... Alright. Seems like the frozen fruit is as good as it gets when we want cold layers. Okay, so we need to find ourselves plum. I find plum over here. Luckily, we get a overview about what kind of trees are growing there. There's also plum over here. Plum is obviously only growing in cold biomes here. Exactly. Whenever there's cold involved, there's also plum tree growing there. Okay, so let's do this. I wonder if I have already learned the skill that I require for crafting farmlands, because I figured that with this character, I want to earn my money with farming, because it just seems fitting. If my character is a farmer, let's go into that. And also, I think it is a pretty good way of earning your money, because after all, it is very easy to just set up a farm factory, let's call it like that, with, I don't know, 8 plots or more, and then you just come on by and you harvest them real quick, and you just do it again. It sounds like it should be amazingly easy in all honesty. So, let's do this. Alright. There we go. So obviously it dawns on me that the elements of the biome help me finding ingredients that fit to this. Maybe also counter it. I don't know. Warm jade doesn't exactly sound like a cold element item. I don't know. We're going to find out, that's for sure. So, wow, no plum at all. Snow fairy lily. Well, I'd bet that this is another cold elemental tree. So down there we have these rocks where we can harvest frozen jade at. I think we are really well off right now in terms of resource options here. So let's see. Want to learn more stuff from these folks up there. So my licorice is still growing. Well, let's get back to the bonfire. So, here we go. Let's cook that, well, 2 times, because it costs so many. Alright, I'm a cooking expert now. Hooray! Wonderful. So we can now unlock other things. Sauteed food, grade E. I think this is only a very, very small part of the complete roster of recipes. Obviously, we're still only crafting at a campfire, so that is not too surprising. I think when we find ourselves a real kitchen, that should change things. Okay, so I want to see if the folks over there are teaching me something, because I've been enjoying the read about the skills. Thanks for the almighty comment section. As usual, you guys are really helping me out. And I don't know, the Beast Wave skill sounds absolutely devastating, but I didn't expect to go for domesticating animals. Then on the other hand, it fits to a farmer's life, doesn't it? So, well, for now, I figured that I'm gonna go for cold skills. And what I did extract out of the last episode's comments was that I should keep an eye on the scaling of that skill, if it is able to scale with my stats or not. Like the Tortoise Fist that I had an eye on, luckily I've been told what to look on, because it doesn't scale off of any stats, and that makes it an innately weak skill. So, really enjoyed these pointers. Very, very helpful. So, let's see. You're not really able to trade with me, huh, aren't you? Serpent Ganoderma. Increase 3 points of true chi. That sounds like something you absolutely want. Let's buy one. Why not? I mean, buying drugs off of random strangers of your own sect? Ah, sorry, he's a friend of mine. We're close. I love this about the cultivation world. Everybody's just randomly ingesting substances, and everybody's totally okay with that. Alright, the boss ain't home. So, let's see. I want to learn definitely Arctic Palm, Snow Melting Sword. And the Snow Melting Sword is a technique that will utilize the layers of cold that I apply onto my enemy. That's at least how it's supposed to work. So let's see if the tuna trick really works or not. Are you really now running away from me? No, you're not. So yeah, you just need to gobble down more of that stuff. That was such a helpful tip. Thanks for that, because I really didn't get it, that I just can't eat the stuff repeatedly to acquire the necessary layers. So thanks for that. Really, really helpful. So we have to learn that Arctic Palm move again, but it should be a very easy one. So Palm, transform into Palm. So why is there no other Palm? We need to conserve one, obviously. I think that's what they're trying to get me to. Let's see if that shouldn't do the trick. Because I don't see any option of drawing the 3 Palm things that I need. But with the conservation move, I totally have enough icons now. Alright. Hey, I'm supposed to do that, not you. Alright, there we go. Let's gear that up, because I really want to do this. I'm going to remove the Monkey Bionic, because I don't think that this is what I want to have. There we go. So we start to learn more and more cold skills. I'm pretty sure you don't want to teach me anything today anymore. Yeah. Okay, so I'd say we're going to respect what our teacher says, and in the meantime, I'm going to collect more plums. So, starting to get a hang of things, slowly but steadily. I really feel better about it. It was just something that didn't struck me as an idea, that I'm allowed to do, to eat stuff repeatedly, you know, and get a result out of that. Is this guy stronger than me? On par with me. He's running after me. Okay. I don't want to. Leave me alone. Seriously. I do want to acquire the moves that I need to be somewhat down with the Ice Kung Fu. Get what I mean? And then I want to just try out and skill up these things a little bit. Probably a horrible idea, I don't know. We'll see about that. Since this game is a sandbox game after all, I suppose if I invest my experience not too ideal, I'll get new experience to repeat the process somehow. Woo! There we go. So many plum trees and so few plums. Seriously. The amount of plum there ain't too high from the harvest. Gathering way more wood than anything else. Luckily, wood isn't as heavy as stone, so you can't carry more of that stuff before you need to empty your pockets. But I mean, I still have chi points left, so I could also increase my carrying capacity with that. I'm aware of that. There we go. So, let's check out what's up on my home turf. And let's see if I have to treat my freezes again. I need to check out some clothing that will protect me from that a little bit better. And finally learned that I just need to press T to see the time. Thanks for that comment as well. Very, very helpful. So I bet that we have some freezes. We always do. There we go. Do like the fact, though, that it's so easy to use the second template for a quick fix of your meridians. It's really awesome. This makes it really stress-free. Okay, here we go. 150 frickin' licorice. That's why we're doing this. It's so much reward out of it. So, let's see. I really hope that I can grab farmland now. Hell yeah. So, it requires production experience, so there is a limit to that. But we're going to make these things frickin' happen, my friends. I have to find out where we get production experience from. Yeah. One thing at a time. But we're racking up now. You know? Farmer's life. Oh boy. This is going well, isn't it? There we go. Boom. And now we're going to get rich. Alright, I'm going to continue the build-up of my empire here. Let's see, what kind of resource do I require? We need more stone chunks. Hey, all that wood that I'm collecting is getting is good for something. Amazing. So we're going to go and pay a visit to the Ice Plum Manor region. I want to check out who's living there and what the people are up to. I'm starting slowly to get a grip of the social system here, so I'm starting to grow interested about the people that are living here and such things. Yeah, stuff's slowly coming together. This game's very overwhelming at first, gotta admit. Especially since I don't have the luxury of just turning on Chinese language. So... what's that? Okay, so these guys are in a argument. We've met them before, I think. Okay. I'm not gonna get involved into that. This is none of my business. You guys do what you want to do. Here's one of the points where I really hope that the translation will improve over the course of the time, because I really had trouble understanding the conflict there. I understood that they were arguing about the relationships, and I guess somebody started lying there. Oh boy, I always have such trouble with these games to to understand the plot lines there. Always feel so dumb. But whatever. I don't have the luxury to just turn it on Chinese and understand what's going on. Because I bet if I would be able to, it would make all way more sense. Oh boy, well, let's see. Who are you? You're a spring manager. Okay. You got quite a lot of coin. So, astringent, restores chi and blood, anti-poison plaster. Probably buy some of these, eh? Let's do this. I think that's a great idea. That stuff is, after all, something we totally can use at times, so... yeah, why not? That's beggar. Recently learned that begging seems to be quite the strategy. Been very baffled to hear that you even can train your monkeys to beg for you. Really gotta try that out one time. Soon or so. So, who's this woodcutter? Reckless. She's doing find pine. Alright. She's on her mission, I suppose. Okay, so that's a residence, if I'm not mistaken, so... since it is for sale, I would assume that nobody's in there. Or nobody's living there. Alright. But I'm mostly here for the plums and the mines. So, who are you? Zoya, he's a refugee. Dude. Just want to see if you can teach me something. Freeze spell. When drawing a move, the probability of the move will be cold. Increase 1 mysterious yin chi level. What? It sounds like something that I want to have as an ice mage, so what do you need? Oh boy. This is where I struggle with this game, alright? So I don't know anymore if I have iron chunks. I think I sold them last time. We didn't find new ones, so... well, I wouldn't be too surprised if I would be able to learn exactly the same thing from my sect elders. So let's get back to the ice sect and see if we can learn that thing there. I mean, obviously, people living in an ice biome can teach you ice skills. That seems to be a thing here. Alright. Can't say no to the plum trees anymore. So, didn't I have to go for an enlightenment stone here? I want to check out what the conditions are, now that I understand things a little bit better, now that I can check the time and apply statuses more reliably. Let's see, maybe I can get that done. So, rainstorm, city god can ask for the weather. I still haven't found a city god. 10 stacks of cold? No biggie. So, we would need a rainstorm. So obviously when I notice that the weather switches over to a rainstorm, I should totally move over here. That's all I can say for now. Anything else beyond that, just as, well, not making any sense to me. Alright. Let's see. I bet I am suffering from freezes again, but this time it's actually really harmless. Like, only one freeze. Usually the environment is harsher to me. Well. I mean, the good news, after all, is to me that even if I have so far failed to understand the whole system of layering statuses and whatnot, the tuna I bought is good for something. It's been not a waste of my money to buy the tuna. I'm really relieved. For a moment I was very concerned whether or not the tuna would be good for anything. Okay, so we're going to go and spend, I think, all my production XP now into farms, because it's such a nice way of earning money passively. I just will reap the rewards there and go adventuring after. This will be a pretty nice way for me to get the job done quite quickly. So I should really look for people that are roaming around outside, because it allows me to waste less resources to get my cold stacks together. Alright, gotta gather these stone chunks, and gotta research what the warm jade is actually good for. Because I'm picking up more and more of that stuff. Ah, it's a chicken. Alrighty, so... unfathomably powerful. No, stay outside! Oh, dang it. Alright. So, let's see. Can I actually request to follow me? Oh! Hello, Mr. Trader. I was just busy with my sect elder, but good thing that you're stopping by. We need to sell for sure something. I love it, Dad. These people are always popping up out of the nowhere and interrupted you like that. That was sarcasm, by the way. It didn't come off correctly. So, I think we can safely tone down my stockpile of warm jade. I don't need that much of it. This guy's selling worms, so... I forgot which worms I should buy for chicken. I only remember that they liked chicken. The chicken liked worm. Yeah, I want to take you outside, man. Oh, well. So, Snow Reversal Sword. I can learn that already. Recover 15 times cold layers of vigor. Here I have trouble reading it correctly. Does it count of the enemy's cold layers on the enemy or on me? Whatever. So I suppose it's the enemy's cold layers. Everything else would be quite crappy. So the freeze spell skill does require me to have 10 layers of cold. But you know what? We're just going to learn the Snow Reversal Sword, because I think the more of these techniques I learn, the better. And the other part, we can just learn when the time is right. So, 4 fists, 4 swords. This is actually a pretty big move. So, let's see. I got 3 swords on the table and only 1 fist. So, that's kind of bad. So, we're going to conserve the sword moves here. So, let's see. The more fists I can rack up, the better. Let's see. So, 4 fists, 4 swords. I don't have any transformation skill in any means, so... But I've been told that the more often I string up a move, the higher the chance of that move popping up in the future moves, so... Still confusing the hell out of me to do that on purpose. But you know, I am doing okay-ish, I think. So, guard move. Changeable move. Throwing weapon doesn't help me. Okay. Wait a sec. Can't do that differently. Can't transform one of these into a fist, but we still lack 1 fist there. So... now we got enough fists, but not enough swords. Hopefully next turn I can finally cast that. So we have a fist transformer. It's not really helping me out here at all. But we can now guard one of those sword moves. Hey, wait a sec, that was the wrong thing. So, fist, 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 transform into fist. Then we guard the sword. And hopefully, this time, it'll be enough. At this point, I gotta say, I do understand what they want me to do, but I feel as if it is really unnecessarily clunky. So we can now. That makes all the fists disappear. I think it would be easier if I totally had full control over that system already, which I don't. I know that. But I'm really trying my best here. So we got... I always end up having either the fists or the swords. So that doesn't help me. Yeah, well... So, let's see. This is always kind of weirding me out, in all honesty. Mostly because it is such a artificial situation where I'm forced to do this one move now, which is not really what I would do in a real situation. But whatever. It's just that I'd be really, really happy if... I don't know. I'm really close to skipping that tutorial because it's just, well, how to say it? Not helpful. It's just not helpful. So guard the sword, transform that into a sword, and then we don't have more. We don't have enough swords. Gosh. So we're using the fists, so we have all the fists that we need. Then I refresh into a sword. I refresh again, transform that into a sword, and then I don't know. Still weirding me out, this thing. This looks good though. We have finally the swords we require. No, wait a sec. And I have 3 punches on the table. The biggest problem I got with this system is that I am constantly insecure if I am just... It's always that feeling, is that tutorial stupid or me? You know? That's just the point that I'm here taking. So we don't want to transform that move. So by now I have all the fists that a human could possibly wish for. But I don't have any further swords anymore. Now I'm lacking 1 sword, you know? Technically I do understand what it does, but the tutorial fails to transport one vital information here. What the player's doing wrong. Instead I'm now stuck in an endless loop where I'm not quite sure what I was doing wrong. Should leave one of those other icons. I can only get a hint of it. What's going wrong here? And that's a little bit annoying, you know? So, here we go. No, we didn't do the guard move. I mean, sure, I could just give up the tutorial at that point. I think it must be quite bothersome to watch this, especially for people who actually know how the system is supposed to be played. But my point here is that it's really, really confusing. It's really, really confusing. These tutorials didn't do anything except for confusing the hell out of me. The comments that I got were all way more helpful than these combat tutorial situations, where I still lack to understand what I am supposed to do in a situation like this. I constantly either get one of the icons or the other one of the icons. I think there's, of course, now again a very simple explanation, and you should do that and you should do that, but honestly, I know that at the end of the day, the easiest way to manipulate the odds is to have more fists and more swords in your deck, and that's that. I don't get the tutorial at that point, because it only showed me that I'm obviously not capable to string up 4 swords and 4 fists, even if I start to understand how the system works. Whatever. It's still very fun to play. Don't get me wrong here. I do enjoy the combat system, and I do enjoy getting slowly better at it. But I really feel as if these tutorials, they don't they don't toot me. The experience and the comment section did teach me way more. And by now, I'm pretty sure that it's much easier to pull off this move, to just have more of these icons in your deck, to just make sure that it's easier to pick up these things. That's all. And I don't know. These tutorials feel very shoehorny. I bet if you are really good at this game, they are piss poor easy. I bet that in 1 or 2 months, I'll be looking at these and I'm like, that was an issue once. But at the same time, I gotta say, it's really important how these things are working on a new gamer, you know? When you're new to the game, you cannot expect people to fully understand how these systems work. I mean, I don't blame the devs or anybody here. The biggest problem here is, in my opinion, still the language barrier. Because many things would be much easier to comprehend if I could be sure that I can take all the text literal and everything is really working out as I think it is, you know? But that being said, I'm enjoying my ride here wildly, so I bet that I will get that move off with ease in future things alone, because we... So where is it? So you need to... Are you kidding me? I didn't learn that. Did I really just not learn it because I was not able to pull off that thing? Is the deck you have equipped at the end of the day even important? Oh boy, I'm so confused. As usual. So turns out I have to go through this? Okay. That feels really, really cumbersome. But well, I'll be getting myself through that in between the episodes. Thanks for watching, everybody. Drop me your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys think about this entire system. Is it just me? Am I dumb? Or is it just really weird to pick up? Because, in all honesty, whenever I think I've understood things, these tutorials come and screw me over. It's just that. Are they meant to be puzzles? If it's meant to be a puzzle, then I understand everything. I just seem to have missed the intro point. Whatever. I'm gonna trickle around with that until I have it done, and then we're gonna see each other in the next episode. Until then, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Check out Patreon, PayPal, or buy me a coffee if you want to do me a good time. I'd be really, really happy about it. Until then, see you soon, and thanks for watching.